So good morning, everybody. My name is Jean LaValle, and I am a team leader with Synergy Worldwide. And I have to address first the elephant in the room. I'm so excited about our new websites. We've been waiting for these websites for so long. Um, Unfortunately, we're not going to be talking a lot about the websites today. We had it slated to talk about social media, but I think that after I do a brief introduction of the stuff that I want to talk about, I'd like to open up to some comments and questions. I know Dan always, one of the great things about working with Dan is that you can present an idea that maybe he's never heard before, and within minutes he can start formulating some kind of a marketing plan. So I really appreciate that. And we've got Judy and Betsy and Robert. We've got a host of people here today. So if you guys would be so kind as to chime in any ideas that you have, and of course any questions that you have too. Sometimes I get so involved in learning new things that soon they become second nature to me, and I think, well, everybody knows this, and I was very interested to hear that Dan isn't that familiar with hashtags, which is going to be the focal point of what I want to talk about this first part of this webinar. So I wanted to start an overview really quick, and I'm not going to show you any slides or anything like that, but if you're not familiar with social media, I suggest you write down a few things, a few platforms for you to check out. Judy, tell me if I'm missing anything. Facebook is a big favorite. Facebook is a little daunting. It's got a lot of new features. Instagram is my favorite just because it's just pictures. And people can scroll through it very easily. It's not super wordsy or politically charged or anything like that, or it's just a friendlier platform, I think. And Twitter, which I know Judy is very active on Twitter, and maybe she'll want to say something about that in a little bit. But then there's like goofy ones that I think are for the younger generation. Snapchat. What are the other ones, Judy, that are LinkedIn is another big social media, and that is the more serious side of social media. It is a place where you can share things with other professionals like you. I know that a lot of people do spam you on LinkedIn, and they want to, sell you on their products and sell you on their businesses and things. But it is a valuable tool too. But I don't know that much about LinkedIn. So if anybody wants to chime in, I know that hashtags across the board are used in social media though. So all the social media platforms that I just mentioned will pick up your hashtags. So what is a hashtag? First of all, a hashtag is, if you look up at the top of the page right here at this little pound sign, that's a hashtag. It's just a pound sign. So when I say hashtag, I can't believe it, it's just a pound sign, and it says I can't believe it, one whole word. So I'm using as an example today hashtag Synergy Worldwide. And the reason I'm doing that is so that I can show you guys the difference in, let's see, clear drawing, the difference that a different hashtag will do. And a really good example, Judy, I'm going to use you as an example. You see Kati Gamals, I believe that's how you say her name here. She's using hashtag Synergy Worldwide. Judy Feldhausen, hashtag Synergy Worldwide. But there was one of these that you used too. Oh, hashtag ProArginine. So now if I am curious about Synergy Worldwide, or if I'm curious about ProArginine, I would just go ahead and click on that hashtag, and it'll bring me to all the posts that anybody's ever used that hashtag for. So this gives you a really good idea of how to find information about a topic that maybe you're looking for. So you've got Kati, you've got Judy, you've got this Milmu, you've got Paul Bled, Scott Jacobs. This is a good place for resources too, for you to see what some of the other distributors are doing around the world. I follow Kati on Instagram, and she's just killing it with her social media. So I'm just going to go back really quick and show you another hashtag that Judy used. And that is her, Judy, where was your pro-arginine one?
I don't know.
Well, it was hashtag pro-arginine plus. Anyway, I wanted to show everybody the difference, but I think you guys probably are getting the idea. Judy, you've got to be more consistent with your hashtags.
I do. I forget.
I forget all the time too. Yeah, I do too.
I need some type of reminder.
So look at, okay, so here's Synergy Worldwide, and they do hashtag 5K, hashtag fun run, hashtag elite health, hashtag running. So decide on what hashtag that you guys, Dan, you might want to do, hashtag Dan Hammer, or, just to keep all your stuff. I know my daughter, since her daughter has been born, every time she posts something on social media, she'll hashtag it. She'll hashtag Vivi Bear. So her daughter's name is Vivian. So now she can go back to hashtag Vivi Bear and find every picture that she's ever posted of her daughter and the post that came with it. Quick warning, if you're in a private group, so if you're in a closed group or a private group, and you hashtag something, it goes nowhere.
So Jean, I want to make sure I understand. Basically, then all a hashtag is a way for you to organize your social media posts.
That's part of it.
Yes, that's part of it. That's
so, one of the things that I noticed that I when I first started getting in hashtags, I thought, why on earth are they hashtagging so many things? Well, the thing is, when you're hashtagging something, you're basically sending all your stuff to a whole new audience. So if I say you wanted to do a hashtag, I don't know, Judy, give me an example.
I don't know where you're going.
Well,
like if I did hashtag pro-arginine. And so somebody wanted to see what the heck is a pro-arginine when they're reading Judy's post. So now here's the post by me, hashtag pro-arginine. So this is all the people that have used this hashtag like forever. So, social media, that's the blessing of social media. It just never goes away. So it does categorize it, but it also draws more attention to what you're doing. And I think it was easier for me to understand hashtags when I understood tagging. So
if you're thinking of hashtags, you hear in the news, all this information about a subject on a certain day. Well, the news media, the way the news media does it is they just go to the hashtags and find out what people have been posting using that hashtag.
Right. So here's my question to you, as well as what I'm trying to formulate from a marketing standpoint. If all hashtag is a way to organize social media comments about a particular subject, then wouldn't it make sense to use a hashtag with your replicated URL so that anything that you do in relationship to sharing information about Synergy Worldwide, Pro-Arginine Plus, any of the products in Synergy, when they see that hashtag with your URL, like mine would be 747.349.synergyworldwide.com, then instead of them seeing everyone else in Synergy Worldwide, they would only see my stuff as it relates to Synergy Worldwide.
It has to be interesting, though, I think, too, Dan. I think that it has to pique their interest a little bit. I'm not sure if the number would do that. I mean, you could do it.
Yeah, a hashtag won't go to a website. So
no, but I understand what he's saying. So
yeah, but it's not going to do anything except it's going to show everything that you've posted with that hashtag. It's not going to take anyone anywhere.
No, that's true. But then, look at Angel. No, don't scroll. Angel. You notice that Angel, when you did that hashtag, Angel has a URL link in her. So, like, if you're always doing your hashtag for your Synergy account, and then doing, or you could do something that you would be unique. Pro-Arginine Plus Dan.
Yes.
type thing.
That's absolutely the idea.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that, but you're not going to get a mass audience by doing that.
You could get a mass audience because it depends if you're getting fans or not. Because
Right.
I was sharing with Dan, so the women's group that I run, we have our own hashtag, it's WeSosNetwork.com, or I'm sorry, hashtag WeSosNetwork. So that's pretty unique. And so when everybody uses that, then everybody who is interested in WeSo, so it would be whoever is interested in Dan, then could say, it's sort of like his YouTube channel. I'm looking at all these videos about nitric oxide, but this one Dan Hammer guy, I'm going to go to his channel. So you would almost be creating your own channel. Now, I agree with Judy, though, it's not going to draw a lot of attention to you. One of the things, let me explain to you a little bit about tagging, so I think you would understand what a hashtag can do for you, too. So if you're ever on Facebook and you see that someone's tagged like 10 people in that, every friend of every one of those people that you tagged gets a notification saying that Judy Feldhausen was tagged in a picture. So what do? I'm like, oh, what's Judy up to? And I'll click on that notification, and then I'm brought to that post. So say, Dan, if you wanted to say, so happy that I've got such a great Synergy family, and then you tagged everybody that's on this webinar, every single person that is on this webinar, all their friends would get notifications that Donald was tagged in a picture or Bob was tagged in a picture. And then you can go, and then a lot of people will go, oh, what's Bob Wishmeyer up to? Oh, he's on that Synergy team. That's right. That's Dan Hammer. So it's just creating more of an awareness, and it also drives more traffic to your post. So that's really what we want to do. We want to get what we said in front of as many people as possible with good content. I really, 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 I say it every time I do a webinar with you guys, don't oversell. People will get tired of you. People will block you. People won't want to see your stuff if you're constantly selling to them. So adding value, like this, I clicked on this Angel gal. So here she is branding herself as a marketing person, but she's also giving you a solution. She's adding value to your business and giving you some ideas. So that's something that we always try to do, sprinkle all your posts with a little bit of things like, purify this or proarginine that. But, adding value to people's health is really where we're at and what we're trying to do. So when you're part of the social media group, make sure that you're adding some value. Just like if you were standing in a community of people or in a group, a networking group or a party or something, you wouldn't be one note. You wouldn't always be saying, buy proarginine, it'll help you. Buy proarginine, it'll help you, because nobody would want to talk to you. So if you add value, be interesting, and then every once in a while sprinkle it, I think that there's a lot more value to that. So that's really all I have to say. Does anybody have any questions? Judy, do you want to add more?
Well, actually, when you're doing the tagging on a photo or your post, it's going to show up on that person's timeline. So everyone that looks at your timeline is going to see that post, on a regular basis. It depends on what your settings are if you get notified or not.
Oh, okay. Well, my settings aren't cleaned up.
Yeah.
I get notified about everything.
Yeah, so if you don't have your settings, you can put your settings in to get notified when your friends make a post or make a post and tag you. All that is in your settings. So if you don't have that open, you will not get a notification.
I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah, so how do you tag someone?
So on the bottom of, Jean, do you want to go there and do a post? Right, so what she's doing is she's typing a post right now, and if you see on the bottom of the screen, she's going to go there in a second, and it'll say add photo, tag friends. There's a lot of action.
But here's another way.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can put their name right in there. And if you want to get rid of a last name, you can delete the last name, and it will still tag you.
So that still comes up as Robert Wishmeyer. Or down here, this is what Judy's talking about. I can tag friends here. Who am I with? Judy Feldhausen, Dan Hammer. I'll put Dane in there too. Dane's a big draw, you guys. Just so you know, Dane is a big draw.
So when you have a really important post and you tag someone like Dan Orge
or Dan Higginson
it goes to all of his friends. And so a lot of times you will pick up friends because of a post like that, if you want more friends. I'm on a different philosophy on friends now. I'm actually going through my timeline, and you can check to see what friends are engaging with you. And if friends are not engaging with you, it's a good idea to delete them, because that's another way that Facebook...
Judy, you delete friends? Golly.
Oh my God.
Rude. Rude. As my granddaughter would say, rude.
Well, if they haven't engaged with you ever or for a long period of time, they're not looking at
a little bit like a diva. I'll leave this picture up for you guys.
That is so cute.
Little angels. Okay, I got off track. Sorry.
No, that's okay. So,
I get the tag. I get the tag. Thank you.
Okay.
I just want to say that there's some friends who don't bring value, and they're posting other stuff, and
agreed.
Got to be very careful.
And you can untag yourself from posts.
Oh, absolutely.
So one of the things that I run into is that sometimes I have women entrepreneurs who will tag me. And by the way, if you tag a ton of people, you're going to get in trouble. Judy can tell you about Facebook jail. She spent a little bit of time there. I don't know if it was for tagging or not, but don't just tag. Don't go through all the Synergy list of all the people you know in Synergy or in your downline and tag them all, because Facebook will take notice. So pick your tags wisely. Like Dan Higginson's name came up when I tagged Dan Hammer in this post. And yeah, I could have tagged him, but that's kind of rude. I mean, he's got nothing to do with what I'm doing or what I'm saying. I'll basically be preaching to the choir, because everybody who's friends with Dan Higginson knows what he does and knows about the opportunity. You choose your tags and choose your hashtags wisely.
Yes, and in Facebook, you don't want to use a lot of tags. They say 3 tags maximum in Facebook. Now in Instagram, I understand it's 20.
At least. So, I see people that have lists, and realtors, they have so many tags. And you know what? You might every once in a while, a blind squirrel gets a nut, but it's, a little more doesn't necessarily mean better.
Right.
Be thinking. It's like using keywords. Dan, you're very familiar with keywords. You don't want to overwhelm yourself with keywords. You don't use every word in the dictionary.
Every once in a while, a blind squirrel gets a nut. Is that what you just said?
She did. She did.
I'm not young, and I've never heard that before. Is that a Chicago thing?
There's not as many squirrels by you as there is in Chicago.
My dad used to say that all the time. I don't know why he kept telling me every once in a while a blind squirrel gets a nut.
Yeah, that's one to think about.
And you can use your hashtag anywhere in your post. It does not have to be at the end. So if you want to say something like, oh my gosh, I've just started on the Purify kit and it's absolutely awesome, you can hashtag Purify in that sentence, just hashtag Purify, and it counts as a hashtag. So it doesn't have to be at the end of the post. It can be during any place in the post.
And I'm just going to give you guys some kind of best practices. A very generic name like Purify could almost be used for any
Right.
Like, so I would do something like Gut Purify or Synergy Purify or something that makes it a little more nichey, because you really don't want that wide of a net to,
Right.
I could see, cleaning products for Purify and, all kinds of different things. So
Right.
you just choose them. And I said to Dan before we started this, I said, I know once you get this, you're going to come up with a dozen marketing ideas for this. So, stay tuned for new webinars that Dan's going to show us how we can use this to drive traffic to our new website. So,
One of the Go ahead.
I just want to say that it's the reason I love hashtags as well, but there's certain things I refuse to hashtag, like nitric oxide and that kind of stuff, because there's so many other products out there using that phrase or those words. It drives your hashtag on nitric oxide to those competitive products. So you got to be careful.
Right. You have to be careful not only on what you're hashtagging, because you're right, it's going to drive the customer to other nitric oxide products.
Your customer to the other product.
And also the videos that you are posting. Make sure that you watch the videos you're posting and you know who is selling that video, because
absolutely
it could be a competitor. And if you do a Super Beats video because it's nitric oxide and you think it's a great thing, look that it's not made by Super Beats, the company that manufactures a competing product.
Yeah.
So we have to be really responsible when we post.
Well, and I agree with you. That's why, Synergy Worldwide, hashtag Synergy Worldwide, hashtag Pro-Arginine. And, hashtag Dan Hammer Health would be a good one, There's a multitude of things that you can do. You're not limited in any way. And I think that's really kind of a challenge sometimes, is choosing really what your marketing campaign is going to be and then implementing it. Dan always says that you've got to implement it. You've got to have a strategy. You've got to have some process to what you do and not just be willy-nilly about it.
So, Jean, given what you just said, and the discussion that's been going on, one of the things you could do is in your toolbar for Facebook, where you see Jean LaValle, you could do hashtag nitric oxide therapy, and then hit the search, hit the search thing, and then you could see what actually is, if anyone's commenting on it, what kind of comments that you're getting, what if there is competition for it. So you could do that type of searching prior to doing your hashtag, just to see what's going on.
Absolutely.
So like you did nitric oxide, and again, the other thing that you bring up is you'll end up in competition with other Synergy distributors, as you can see.
Especially Eddie Pula.
Right. Mm-hmm. Now do the same thing for nitric oxide therapy.
APY?
APY. Okay.
And you realize that these people are also competitors.
Right.
Right. So these are our competitors, even though they're Synergy Worldwide distributors, that now you're giving your customer the option to go to, look at.
Correct.
Other people in the community.
And there's people, you'll notice that there's people who just use the same hashtag. Again, that goes back to the process of what you're deciding you're going to do and then continuing to do it. It looks like this Tina McDermott is cornering the market on gut health.
Well, but see that you bring up another interesting thing. If all there is just Tina McDermott, and she's the predominant person in that hashtag, then as you continue to create posts and other things using that hashtag, you'll have the ability to be on the same thing or begin to overwhelm Tina with the number of posts and things that you do. So that's one thing that you could do, is see what type of competition you do have for it, and then do a series of articles and whatever you might want to do with that hashtag, so that you start showing up for that hashtag, and your number of posts are greater than other people.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Judy, is that a valid way of helping to increase your presence for that hashtag?
Sure, it absolutely is, but you have to also be cognizant of how many times you're using it on your own Facebook page versus how many times you are personally posting other things, so that everything, unless it's on your group page or your business page, that would be the place to use it. But then, it may not appear either in the public eye if you have a private group.
Timothy here. Can I comment for a moment?
I can't understand you.
Yes, Timothy. You need you're breaking up a little bit on your audio.
Going back to hashtags and nitric oxide. When you put in nitric oxide, you're going to get not only your synergy competition, you're going to get worldwide competition. So I agree with Dawn to restrict that. It's better to have your synergy competition than to have other people who is proposing nitric oxide of a different flavor, a different company.
Right.
That's understood.
And you can even start a hashtag. So a lot of times if you're at an event, the event coordinators will say, please post about the event and use this hashtag. And so that will create buzz around a specific hashtag. So now the coordinators in the event can look and see what the posts were for everything that happened during their event.
Well, I do that when I go to an event and I want to see pictures that people took. I'll just click on a hashtag to see what everybody else was doing, what their take was, how they saw the event. I think that's very. We use hashtags all the time for weddings, where the bride and the groom think up a unique hashtag, maybe with their name in it or something, so they can see every picture that is posted that all their guests were taking at the wedding. So you're at a Synergy worldwide event and you want to hashtag our Synergy family, then let everybody in the group that you're with know that that's your hashtag, and then also use another hashtag that brings in everybody, and then you'll be able to look at both of those. It's a lot of fun. It can be a lot of fun if you do it the right way.
Judy, would you change that that Distributor 9 to the actual name, the -9+? Let's see what that.
I'm not sure if it tags take hyphens.
Yeah, hyphens are usually taken out.
Okay.
Because they are a waste of space.
No, there's some hyphens.
And I'll put plus at the end so that it becomes like
the way it is really.
Yeah. So now what you get.
There we are, Judy, at the bottom.
We are. Look at that.
Something, right? Might have been something I did.
Yeah, right.
Could have been. Might have been.
It says if you do see all, that should give you a hell of a lot more. Sorry for using that. Okay. Okay.
So it's very interesting. It's very interesting. It makes the world just a little bit little smaller place. Might have to learn a few other languages, but I'll get right on that.
Yeah, right, me too. So, Gina, I'd like to also talk about the other change in Facebook where they are allowing you to schedule your posts.
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it?
So there are certain times to post, and I don't know if you've seen people that make a post and then 10 minutes later they make another post because they're on Facebook. So they're going to do all their Facebook stuff while they're on. And so they have 5 posts right in a row. And I don't know about anybody else, but I get kind of, I don't know, overwhelmed or just, I'll skip posts if I see someone's posting a whole lot at a time. But having the ability to post at specific times on a regular basis, especially on a business page, but on your personal page also.
Where is it, Judy? I can't find it now.
It was there a couple days ago. I haven't posted it in a couple days. So go to post.
That's where I'm at right now. I'm at post. Oh,
if you
make post, photo post, live event.
It should, I think it's if you right click on post. No, on the post itself on the bottom. Don't tell me they've taken it off now. It was right there if you right clicked on the word post.
Okay.
Where you would post it. I made a bunch of posts. Mm-hmm. Wow, maybe that was just maybe it's only on mine.
Yeah, and you know what? I've learned that Facebook rolls things out very slow. I did notice that in groups I can schedule posts. So that's huge for you, Bob. So you sit down on a Monday morning at Global Health Makeover, or you can pick any day you want.
Yes, I think it's on a business page. It's not on.
Well, it was. I'll take a look at on mine. I just was in a Facebook just asked me for my opinion on some things, and maybe they rolled it out to me, and maybe it's not everybody yet. So when you're on your own page, if you want to
make it clever. If people think it's coming from me, it should be very clever, whatever you're writing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You get that?
Yeah.
There's a link that says publishing tools on the top.
No, webinar wrong.
Right, but you can.
How about that, Bob?
There's a drop down under publish. See the drop down next to publish, right there. So you can schedule.
Do you want this to go out every morning, Bob? Every morning, first thing?
Can it go out twice a day?
You're too kind. Actually, it will show up. At least you'll be able to see who posted it. So you get more than one person. See, because I can see published by Bob Wishmeyer. I don't know if other people can see that or not, but you can also, Bob, I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but you can view this like other people see it. So if you saw what I just did, now I'm seeing this as other people see it. So yeah, so they can't see who posts what. So yeah, I'm just going to go on there and say really nice things about myself, and everybody's going to think it's coming from you. Bob's in love with Jean.
I'm in big trouble.
Don't let Bonnie see it.
Yeah.
So that's it, guys. I mean, unless you have other questions, Dan, is there anything you want to discuss around this? Just for any kind of clarity? I can't get the word right.
No, most likely what I'll do is I'll most likely go to YouTube, and I'll just do a search term on YouTube for how to market with hashtags.
My webinar wasn't enough?
No, your webinar is fantastic in that. So, but we would have this fantastic webinar because Bob is going to send out a post to confirm that. And then we would also maybe have another video that might be having some things that we didn't discuss from a marketing standpoint.
Right.
You helped us understand what a hashtag is and how to use a hashtag to search competition and be able to create a hashtag that is that you could build something around. But I still not quite sure how to use it from a marketing standpoint. Does that make sense?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I was teasing you. I have ideas all the time. I don't implement them. You probably should. Judy and I talk all the time about ways that we could market with hashtags and tagging and all the things too. But, you know, life happens. And that's why I say, you know, I have great advice. Figure out a system and a process that works for you.
Why does daylight savings time come out of a cat's butt?
I don't know. I think she's curled up next to the tail.
All right.
Well, and I was wondering if anybody had any questions about the new replicated websites. And we are going to be doing a webinar on going back into your back office, your new Pulse site, which isn't pulse.synergyworldwide.com anymore, but it's your new Pulse site, which is right on the regular website, and how your customers can order with your replicated site. Does anybody have any questions, or has everyone been?
I have a question. Do you know when they're going to let us create our own URL?
It's coming soon. Shane said it's coming soon. So in Synergy language, I don't know what that means, because I did ask him that.
I don't trust them anymore when they say it's coming soon. Their coming soon is not the same definition as my coming soon.
Yeah.
Well, they do have that. When you go and register and get your new website set up, you will see a field that not only can you copy your URL, but they do have a field saying that you can create your own personalized URL coming soon.
Yes. It's
right.
coming soon at synergyworldwide.com.
That's why I asked, does anybody know what coming soon means?
Yeah.
Well, it must be soon, because they most likely wouldn't have had that field on there if they didn't have plans to use it. So
yeah, I did ask Shane, and he did say it's coming soon. That was his answer. So there's a couple other things that they're going to be doing. So I know for me, I want to know what customers ordered. If I get a increase in my CV, I want to go back into my back office and look to see what customer ordered, so I can thank them, or, you know.
Well, and Betsy Bartlett sent me an email because she went on to the site, and I've already sent an email to Aaron, because, like, if you from a ordering standpoint, if you go to Pro Action Plus, they only show one box or one canister.
I noticed that too.
And if you go to the jumbo jar, on the jumbo jar, they don't show the jumbo jar plus one, but they do allow you on the jumbo jar to be able to order more than one jumbo jar. So one of the things I've sent to Aaron is to point out some of these things, and also, like, if you're going to order more than one quantity, do we have quantity discounts like we had before?
Well, yes, there's a drop-down box. There's a drop-down box, just like in Amazon.
Judy, give me your URL so I can go to.
Judy, when you do the drop-down box and you go to put that in the cart, you can't see what's in your cart until you become a preferred customer.
Well, that's the same way. Yeah, that's the same way as it always has been.
So all I'm saying to you, let me finish. All I'm saying to you is, if you go on there, you cannot see, other than one box at $70, I can't choose 2, 3, or 4 boxes of what?
Yeah, you can.
Judy, type your URL into, or somebody type your URL so we can all look at what you guys are talking about.
My replicated site here, Jean. It's 1517223.
Dan, yes, you can. Below that line, there's the 1 box, 2 boxes, 3 boxes, 4 boxes in the not a select bar. So you can select that the quantity you need.
Yeah, it's their and the price does change, Dan.
And the price changes.
But there's some problems with the mixed berry. So if you go on to citrus or grape, it's okay. So if you don't no. Oh
No.
yeah, you can go and log in with Facebook. So you'll be logged in as my customer.
This is my login.
Yeah, but no, that's your back office. I'm looking at the replicated site. It's different.
Oh. So
I
I can't go anywhere unless I join. I can't look at
No, you don't have to join. You just log in with Facebook. So go back into my replicated site, not my login.
It won't let me go back.
I was told you can only log in with your email address at this time.
No, I've logged in with Facebook.
What is it? What are you again?
1517223. There you go. It's right there. Oh, it was there. .synergyworldwide.com. So now if you go and log in, it's going to ask you to log in with Facebook or...
No, now I'm in there. I must have typed it in wrong the first time.
Okay, so there, so if you go to products, and if you pick a product.
What do you want me to pick, babe?
Pick Pro H9 Plus.
Plus. Okay, so go down there and go to...
See, where do you see where can I order more than one
single
quantity?
serve packets. Go to single serve packets.
It's the same thing. Where do you see multiple?
Not in my back office.
Well, this is what the customer's seeing.
No, I went to what the customer was seeing. Go maybe pick grape or pick mixed berry.
Nope, they're the same for canisters. You know, if you go to jumbo jar, you'll notice when you do jumbo jar, you can do quantity, but there's no pricing other than what you see for retail only. But it doesn't tell you if there's any pricing difference if you're buying more than one. And then
it did when I was in my back office.
Yeah. Well, this is what the customer. This is what. Well, I don't know, but this is what I'm assuming the customer is seeing.
It bothers me if they don't put Jumbo Plus One on this drop down either.
Well, I sent a comment into Aaron. So I let him know that you can't choose quantities. We can't see pricing. The Jumbo Jar Plus One is not there. And then like if you go to like E9, you know, you can choose quantity on E9, but is there a discount? Again, we can't see what the actual price that person's going to be paying when they go to put it into their shopping cart.
That is so strange because when I was playing back there, the pricing changed everything, and in mixed berry they didn't have 4 quantity; they only had 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. So I don't know if they've changed something in the back office.
No, this is what I saw this morning when I was on the site. Right.
But I went in there early.
Mm-hmm.
And looked early. Maybe it was changed.
Yeah, I don't know. So anyways, Betsy, I have taken your email that you sent me. I forwarded on to Aaron, and I added some additional comments to it. And I'm assuming Aaron won't see it over the weekend, but when he comes in Monday, hopefully we'll get some of these things back. So we'll definitely have a tutorial to help us walk through the site. But there's some things that we'll need to get answers from Aaron and corporate.
Beautiful site.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and the beauty of this is like if you, since you're on Judy's site, if you go up where you see United States and hover over that drop-down menu.
All my bars for this webinar. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, so the drop-down menu. All right, and just click on whatever you want to. You click on the England or UK.
Probably have to scroll up a little bit. Yeah.
There you go. So now that you're in there for the UK, if you've got someone who has contacted you from the UK, you can send them that URL link that you just saw to make it easy for them.
See how it says quantity?
Right. They have that on the UK site.
See, that's what I saw on my site.
Again, when I went to look at it, I didn't see that. But that's the nice thing about it. So now what you can do is you can begin marketing in the other countries that Synergy operates in. And if you create interest, you can then go to that country on your website. If they're interested in ProAction Plus, don't necessarily send them every place to the shopping, but you can specifically send them right to the URL for your website for that country, for that product, and then they can order directly off of that link, become a preferred customer. And I want to get the steps because we want to maybe have a short email that you can have that you can walk a person through the preferred customer setup, and they could then order the product, and Synergy will then fulfill the product shipment for you in that country, and the credit goes to your tracking center one. This is going to be fantastic.
This is awesome.
And then if you're in a foreign country like that, you can use Google to change it to English so that you know what you're looking at, what you're reading.
Right.
And I know that Tatiana is talking to people in Japan, and it's a real frustration for her. So hopefully...
Oh, I'm sorry. Go back up, scroll back up, and click on all packs.
Shop all packs?
Yeah, shop all packs, and see if the...
Yeah, the only pack that I've seen so far is the Purify Kit.
I thought maybe they'd have the ProArginine Plus in a variety there, but apparently not.
No, and I haven't seen like the essential, we have the essential health kits and things. I haven't seen them in the pack on the U.S. site. But the nice thing about this is you'll notice that when you go to other countries, they have products that we don't have in the United States here. And the nice thing about this is, you can begin to specifically do a marketing campaign if you wanted to, like for E9. And you could begin to interest people over in Europe about E9 and create the interest so that when people email you, you can then send them the specific link to E9 on your website for that country to make their shopping cart experience as easy as possible, and then help them understand how to become a preferred customer and be able to get the product.
Okay, so somebody tell me why for this, our customer needs to know CV.
Yeah.
There is no CV. Oh, okay. See, I thought they were going to take CV off on the
replicated site.
Right.
It's very, very confusing.
Okay, so you're on the United States side. Go to the UK again, because Europe has had this longer than what we have. The European platform has been up for a while. So go to anyone that you want. See, like they have the different. Look at all the different options that they have.
They still have the CV.
Oh, they do. Okay, I was just curious.
Oh, it's 200? Oh, that's
very interesting.
The Purify Kit was 150 CV. It's a 200?
It's 200 in the UK. We're looking at UK right now.
But it should be the same anywhere in the world.
Girlfriend, I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
Well, you know what Judy, let me answer Judy's question. Judy, they may have changed that because in the UK, for a person to get elite rebates in the UK, their level is 200 CV. So the way that Synergy is most likely set up the Purify Kit, for us in the United States, the Purify Kit is 150 CV because that's what's necessary for you to get elite rebates. And so they most likely adjusted the CV in the UK to 200 so that a person could use the Purify Kit as their activation order, and then also then be able to start earning elite rebates. So you may see some variations like that based upon what are the CV requirements for that country to earn elite rebates and to use that order as an activation order.
That's interesting. I had understood that the CV was different, was the same all over the world, just the pricing was different.
Well, it may have been like that before, but again, different countries have different qualifications for activation orders as well as in terms of where their elite rebates kick in. It's not the same across the board. So there might be some adjustments like that. And I think that would be most likely the answer to your question if you contacted Shane or Aaron.
Okay. So any other questions about the replicated sites?
Yeah, I still want to know why they see CV. So Dan, if you're talking to somebody, or Judy, you're talking to somebody, ask them why our customers get to see the CV or why they need to. I think it's confusing.
Mm-hmm.
There's that, and then also, as soon as you find out, Dan, with regard to the Pro Arginine Plus, why they don't have the Jumbo Plus one, and why they don't show multiple packs on there, let us know, because that's really, really important to our customers.
A Jumbo Plus one is on here someplace. I saw it, but you have to dig. It's not easy to find. It's not. They have a Jumbo, then they have a Jumbo Plus one, but I forget where it was that I found it. I'm like, oh my gosh, they took away the Jumbo Plus one. But maybe I was in my back office when I saw it because I didn't view this as a customer. This is my first time viewing it as a customer.
Well, I love how they've updated all the new products with the new look.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So this is just Pro Arginine Plus right here. This is the whole site for Pro Arginine. Okay, guys, I guess we're just going to sit tight and wait and see. I know it's frustrating. I had a conversation with Tatiana. She's very frustrated that it all didn't come at once, and I thought, boy, I'm just so thrilled that this is finally happening.
Right.
We've been waiting a long time for this.
Well, and you know, I understand from our standpoint the frustration. I most likely understand from their standpoint. It's one thing if you had one page of coding. I'm sure that they are the amount of coding that's on this website for all the different products that Synergy Worldwide has and all the different interfaces and combinations. It certainly is a task. And as we go through it, as we find things, if you find things, just send an email to Aaron and let them know.
Shane.
Pardon?
Yeah, or Shane.
Well, and he's going to pass it on to Aaron.
Right, but I don't know that a lot of people should bother a lot of other people in Synergy. That's Shane's job, is to be the marketing face.
He is the general manager. Things should go through him.
Then at least if one person is then he can kind of keep a lid on it and know exactly what's going on with everything. And as the marketing manager, that's really his responsibility.
Okay, well, I can't find the Jumbo Plus one now, so maybe it's under Heart Health. I don't know. But I did find it in my back office someplace, but I was really discouraged because I thought that the Jumbo Plus one went away, and most of my customers are Jumbo Plus one customers. So,
and what I noticed also is that you can only order up to 4 boxes, and you can't
I noticed that too
anymore. And also, if you order Pro Arginine Plus and you make a quantity of 4, you will get 4 boxes at $70. So you actually have to go to the drop down and order it in packs. So that may be confusing for people.
Well, again, Judy, if they have the quantities and show the quantity discounts, again, just like you saw on the UK site, that's what they need to do on the US site.
Well, they have to keep the pages more uniform. I mean, look how different
And Judy,
this
I don't
page is.
remember on the US platform having the ability to buy 5 and 6 canisters. It was your options were 1, 2, 3, 4, and then jumbo jar plus 1. If you go to the Canadian website, in the Canadian website, you should have the option to buy 6 and 7 canisters. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7. Because in Canada, they don't allow the jumbo jars to be sold. Health Canada doesn't allow Synergy to sell jumbo jars up there. So I don't think that you would have found that on the U.S. platform for 5 and 6 canister options. You would only find 1 through 4 jumbo jar plus 1.
Right, but under quantity, and it's not on this page right here. Under quantity, you can increase the quantity to 5 and 6 on single pack.
To my point, exactly. That's what I was saying, Judy. So it's not on this page. And just from what I know about websites, and obviously they're going to do whatever they want to do, but every website, every one of the product pages should look the same. It should, some of them have CV, some of them don't have CV, some of them have quantity. And I know they're working out the bugs. I'm not being critical, but when you go to the page, one of our product pages, they should all have a uniform look to them. That's just my opinion.
Okay.
Nobody cares about my opinion, do you guys?
We certainly value
Bob
your-
does. Bob always cares about
Bob,
your
are you
opinion.
there?
I'm still here and I'm listening to every word. Plus I can see you on my screen, so there you go.
Okay, so needless to say, there's a couple things that still has to be worked out, but we're definitely got something that can, by the first of the year, be a huge marketing tool for everyone.
Well, and even now for us that customers say, can I have your website? We can give them something.
That's
And
so huge.
It
It's
is
so huge.
wonderful.
And that's why I want to change my URL.
Right.
I have a
I'm going
question.
to change my URL. I'm going to get in there before Dan, and I'm going to change my URL to Dan Hammer.
Well, you can try it, but I don't even have Dan Hammer as a URL because there's some guy in Germany that already had that. That's why I have Dan Hammer Health.
Oh,
Fine.
but your URL will be Dan Hammer, won't it, for Synergy?
For Synergy.
When you change your number?
Oh,
will you change
okay.
it to
Well,
Dan
you could
Hammer?
do that.
I might.
Why, for what it's worth, I found a guy on Facebook named Bobby Wishmeyer.
So
Oh,
if you do that for URL Gene, and then they go and see that the actual name of the person is Gene LaValle, they might think that I had a sex change.
Change your last name, too.
Bob, did you have a question?
Yeah, I do. I have a question. Even though Synergy doesn't have the option yet for you to create a personalized URL, can't you still get a URL and link it to your new Synergy URL and still?
Absolutely. So if you could take Dan Hammer Health, for instance, if you owned that website and point it to 75678.synergyworldwide.com, and it would bring you to that website. Absolutely.
And this is why I thought,
Started on that now, in other words, if we want.
Yeah, you can do that right
Yeah.
now.
Yes.
this is what I thought coming soon meant that you would have to, one would have to go out and get their own URL
No,
as opposed to Synergy paying for it for you.
no. If your URL instead of your ID number, you'll be able to put your name in there or your company before .synergyworldwide.com.
Okay.
That's what it means by a replicated website.
Yeah.
Is it .Synergy Worldwide?
Yes.
So, Donald, that's probably what, if you went with Donald Clark, or if you went with Donald Clark Health, or Health with Donald, or however you want to do it, that's how when we have the ability to create our own URL, which is the thing that's coming soon, that's what it'll look like in the URL. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And what Judy talked about is you can get your own URL on some platform like Google or GoDaddy, and then in your GoDaddy back office, you can then have it point to your Synergy website.
Right.
So if you set up your Synergy website with your Synergy ID .synergyworldwide.com, you can go get, like Gene talked about, healthwithdonald.com from GoDaddy, and then point that towards your Synergy account.
Got it.
Yeah,
I've already got my ID number, and I kind of like that anyway.
It might be available, Help with Donald.
Gene, this is Tracy.
Yeah.
Hi, Tracy.
How you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. This is like so amazing, and I have so much to like still learn. So when you're typing in and doing another, like my website that I have, my other, it would be like Nutrition for the Heart. So that I can tag with the Synergy new website.
You can, Tracy, but realize that Nutrition for the Heart, then, whatever you have on there will go away. It will be parked somewhere else. And the only thing that you would see would be that synergyworldwide.com website.
So it would take away.
I don't understand the question. Could you say it again, hon?
So we're talking, having our another URL linked with our Synergy, our new Synergy website. So it would take people that I'm sending to my Synergy website also to my Nutrition for the Heart.
Nutrition for the Heart would also take them to, so you can't have two websites with the same URL. So if you want to use your website name, your URL, Nutrition for the Heart, is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to take that and point it at your Synergy back office or your Synergy store, then you can do that. But your Synergy store isn't going to be then attached to your website. Does that make sense, Judy?
Yes, and you can add your Nutrition for the Heart. You can add the Synergy website to that site. You know, have a link on that site for Synergy in addition to what it is now. But if you point that site, your Synergy Worldwide ID, to that site, everything else on Nutrition for Health will be gone.
Okay.
So Judy, you're saying that she should do it in reverse. Put the link, her ID link to her on her Nutrition for the Heart site, and which will maintain that content, but would give the person or anyone seeing her site the option to go to her Synergy website.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm going to use ours as a real quick example, Judy.
Okay.
So when you come to mine and Judy's site, and we haven't fixed that thumbnail yet.
I know.
When you come to mine and Judy's site, what we'll end up doing is once we have a link to one of our sites, we can put it either in a button and say click here to buy products and link it to the Synergy site, or we can just put it right there. You know, we could actually even say shopping cart up here and have them click on that, and then they'll go to, you know, either Judy Feldhausen Health or Cardio Wellness Group for our Synergy site. So so when they click, they won't stay on this website, Tracy. I guess that's what I'm saying. They'll actually then go to your back office or go to your store, but they no longer be on this.
Well, and what you want to do, Trace, if you do that button where you have it where they go to, you have your website and you have a button or a link to your Synergy site, make that link to open up in a separate page. so that
Okay.
they don't go off of your website. Their browser window opens up their browser opens up a new window for your Synergy website.
Right, like the
Okay.
videos. Click on the videos.
All right.
So those are the videos, and you can, when you click on a video, the video pops open. You don't actually leave the page.
Yeah, okay, I got it. Yeah. Okay.
Cardiovascular disease.
Oh, there's Dan.
Yeah, I had breakfast with Tron the other day.
Okay, well, we are past the top of the hour. And don't forget, it's daylight savings tomorrow. I had a little glitch with my airline ticket this morning because they're like, it's not 24 hours.
So we could go another hour, right?
Right, we could go another hour. I'm sure we could talk about it too, but
If we stay on until tomorrow morning or
Yeah.
midnight.
at 2 o'clock, I think.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
So,
Thanks,
yes.
guys.
Yeah, and if you guys have any questions, just reach out on Facebook or reach out in an email. And also, if you guys have any ideas for webinars, the things that you're interested in that maybe you want to hear more about, we're always willing to sit on our Saturday mornings and talk with you guys as long as we're not on the road or doing something else. But hopefully you guys got some value out of today. I know I did. And it's really nice to know that you've got people out there that are supporting you and helping you and anybody who's on your team. So I do thank everybody on the webinar for participating.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for hosting.
Yep. Have a great day, everybody.
All right.
Here's Chicago.
Bye-bye.
Say bye.
And to you as well.
See you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.